What's up, everybody? My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Corpse Party Sweet Sachiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash. Last episode, we completed Chapter 2, Stranger in the Spotlight, and got all the wrong ends in it as well after a short search, and we unlocked some character bios, apparently. So, apparently every time you get all the, frickin' endings in a chapter, you will get character bios. So cool. So I guess I'm gonna have to go back to chapter 1 at some point, because that probably gets me like Satoshi, Yoshiki, Morishige, probably them. I don't know if it'd give me anyone else, because I unlocked like 7 at once with chapter 2, and it was all the Kisaragi girls and Satsuki, so oh well. I guess there's no point delaying this. Let's jump into chapter 3. Number 3, Trans Bomb Shelter Ultra Quiz.
Guess what? I've come up with a quiz for you to take today. You all like quizzes, right?
Okay, quiz show then, I guess. Sachiko looked out over the gathered crowd with a great big smile on her face. We didn't really know how to react. Most of us just forced a smile and averted our eyes so as to not meet her gaze and give away our nervous uncertainty.
A quiz created by Sachiko somehow doesn't feel like it can end well. I'm sure everyone else must be thinking the same thing too, right?
When no one responded to the question, Sachiko took on a slightly despondent air.
Could it be that none of you like quizzes? And here I thought kids today were all fans of Is That Your Final Answer and You're Shoot Down and all that.
I don't know what that means.
Those are so old! Also, Your Shoot Down is a reference to a Japanese game show slogan that our English-speaking fans probably won't know.
Thank you, Satsuki.
Satsuki!
The young girl who interjected was being verbally shushed by another girl of roughly the same age standing next to her. Don't act like we don't know them at this point. Cut it out. It was clearly fruitless to do so, however, as Sachiko had obviously heard her, and meekly responded to this interruption with a dejected tone.
What do you mean it's old? I even asked the blue and red spirits around here what quiz shows are popular with today's youth. Well, duh. If you ask dead people what's popular now, you're not going to get the most up-to-date information. Yeah, so what kind of quiz shows are popular now? That's easy. Junior and senior high quiz all the way. I don't think you can really call that popular either, though. How the other girls getting involved, too? Okay, Ukes. What quiz shows would you say are popular right now, then? Huh? Well... Yeah, I don't actually like quiz shows, so I don't know what's popular. Haha, that's my dumb old Ukes. Come on! If you don't know, then don't interrupt.
Nope. There was obvious anger in Sachiko's voice, and as she shouted this, the windows in the room rattled dramatically.
Yeah! Eek!
Yuka! It really seemed for a moment like the windows would break and rain glass down on the two girls. The boy who cried out ran over to them and threw his arms up to shield them from injury in case they did. And I found myself speaking up for some reason. I guess we're in Sayaka's perspective then. I should have already known that. I like them. Sayaka, keep quiet or you'll get pulled into this whole mess.
I know that, but those two girls. Pixis Sayaka! What is it you like, exactly?
Sachiko darted over and positioned herself between me and Naho. She was beaming. I slowly swallowed the lump in my throat and cautiously responded to her question.
Quizzes in general. I like pretty much all of them. Even the two I listed that aren't popular anymore? Oh, yeah, I love those. Really? Yay! Good, she's not angry anymore.
My goodness, I never realized you were a quiz maniac, Sayaka.
Ache!
To think that your beloved childhood friend could still discover new things about you after 17 years. I'm shocked.
Beloved childhood friend, my ass. Also, how the hell did you get back here and why? Wasn't he here last chapter, though?
Our hearts beat as one. We are beloved as can be. With all the time we've spent together, it's amazing to think there could be any mysteries left about you, my dear. Oh, it gives me such butterflies.
Gross. And did you even hear a word I said? How the hell did you wind up back here?
What's the matter, Sayaka? You're staring at me with such fire in your eyes. Could it be you've fallen for me all over again?
I may as well be beating my head against a brick wall. I just want him gone. I definitely sent you back to your own world, Inumaru. How are you back here again?
For the one I love, I will be reborn as many times as it takes. I am like a phoenix.
God, you suck.
I'm so sorry to have returned without you, Sayaka. Were you lonely without me?
No, I was glad to have you out of my hair, you damned mutt. How are you this dense? Oh, right. What did you do with that outfit you were wearing? Did you burn it like I asked?
Well, I folded it neatly and put it away in my dresser, of course. You didn't want it anymore, so I figured.
Be gone, foul creature!
Gah!
I think that's enough for now, Sayaka. Yeah. I feel like I've wasted far too much energy on this pathetic excuse for a human being.
In some ways, I kinda envy him. You don't often see people who are that open about their feelings.
Yeah, even I can learn a thing or two from him.
Huh? I mean, that's kind of not like you, Shinozaki, is it?
Maybe not. Ah, damn it! Everybody's hearing all of this. Okay, that's it. From here on out, I forbid ignoring the topic at hand to discuss your own thing. Oh, right. Sorry about that. It's okay. I'm feeling super duper kind today, so I'll forgive you just this once. Thank you.
Sayaka, you mustn't believe her. She'll try to take advantage.
You think? Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll be careful. So Sayaka, you like my quiz idea? In that case, I'll make you one of the quiz participants. Okay, thanks. I like you, big sis. So you know what? I'll make sure the other participants are all people you get along with. Really? Uh-huh. Which means the first pick is Naho, of course. Naho, we're together.
That's great. I really didn't want us to be torn apart again.
Naho.
I thought she was going to be, like, mad about that, but okay.
Next up, your beloved childhood friend, Inumaru.
Yes, Sayaka, I'm on your team too. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? If these two are members, am I to assume that I'll be next?
Are you really kind of a participant, though? Okay, I guess you are. Bingo! Aiko! You'll participate too, but you'll still serve as my assistant at the same time.
This is starting to get interesting now. I believe I'll be able to have a lot of fun here, in many ways. So, you heard our host, Naho, Sayaka, and Haruyuki. I guess that's Inumaru's first name. I look forward to working with you all. No need for niceties with her, Sayaka. Best not to let your guard down around spirits or Aiko. Oh my, it seems I too have been shunned. How sad.
You don't seem sad. You actually seem like you're enjoying yourself. Finally, Taguchi is going to participate in this quiz too.
Where's he been? What? Me? Gah. Naho? Did I just hear you say gah? Yeah, see, if you're on our team, our chances of getting through this are considerably lower. What do you mean by that? I mean that if I could, I would refuse your inclusion outright. Naho, that's so mean. Sachiko, is it possible for us to reject your participant selections?
No way! Everybody I picked absolutely has to take part.
I see. How unfortunate. You don't have to be that broken up about it.
Cheer up, Naho. Just remember, we've got Inumaru on our team too, which is pretty much the worst for me, but I'll get through it somehow.
Sayaka, you're being really mean too. Don't take her too seriously, Taguchi. That's just how she hides her embarrassment. She doesn't mean it. Really? You think? Of course. Sayaka is often rather obstinate when it comes to her feelings. In public. When it's just the two of us, however, she's all purrs and meows and rub-ups and snuggles. It's extremely cute.
Snuggles? Don't go around telling people your awful fantasies as if they're reality.
Again with the shin!
My aching head.
Sayaka, you really do have an impressive kick. Sounds like years of training there. Things have certainly gotten boisterous on this team rather quickly, haven't they?
They sure have. Now allow me to introduce you to the final participant on your team. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! Kibiki, congratulations! You've been selected as a participant in my quiz.
Oh wow. I don't entirely know what's going on, but it seems participation is mandatory, so... Kibiki? Naho? Dear me, I thought I'd never see you again. Are you alright? Are you unharmed? I'm fine, and it's good to see you're okay too. Being able to meet you again like this it's...
Good for you, Naho!
Thanks.
Naho actually had tears in her eyes. She was so happy to be reunited with Mr. Kibiki. In fact, so infectious was her happiness that I felt a smile of my own creeping onto my face. Naho must have been really, really worried about him.
It's good to see you safe as well, Taguchi. I got a bit worried when I lost sight of you during our initial expedition. My humblest apologies, Mr. Kibiki. I was so distracted by my surroundings, I lost my bearings completely. But it's wonderful to see you safe.
Okay, so, are you all prepared to get moving? Get moving? What do you— Ah!
Uh-oh. Is this a teleportation circle?
Let's begin, shall we? Welcome to the Transbomb Shelter Ultra Quiz, where it's my way or the highway. I hope you all have a great time here.
Another outdated Japanese game show reference.
Don't get coy with me, Taguchi. If you don't want that body of yours to be torn to shreds, I'd suggest you keep your mouth shut. Now, I'm going to transport you all into the dark, cramped underground bomb shelter, where you're free to move around at will and have all kinds of fun.
Yeah?
Okay.
So far I've noticed that like one chapter, every chapter there's one character who has a vision of a death they've had. So like in chapter 1, Seiko remembered getting hung. In chapter 2, Yoshiki remembered getting burned. I'm imagining Sayaka is going to remember, well, her actual canonical death, huh? Right. My bottom. I guess we're in Naho's perspective then, maybe? Oh, you alright, Sayaka? If you want, I can attach healing talismans to it, with all due embarrassment, of course.
How about you just die?
I caught the faintest sight of Sayaka's showy punch to Inumaru in my peripheral vision, and breathed the tiniest sigh of relief. Okay, yeah, we're in Naho's perspective then. Good. I was afraid we might have gotten separated again. That was quite the violent landing. Now the question is, where are we? Naho, do you have any idea? I'm afraid not. It doesn't look familiar to me at all.
Oh, I know this place.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, when Naho and I did the charm, this is where I was when I woke up. Without a doubt.
So this is where your Heavenly Host experience began, then?
Yeah. And she was in here the whole time until she died. For like 3 days or something? Christ.
It's so gloomy down here. And this is where you were, Sayaka? Oh, you poor thing, you must have been so scared. Please, allow me to comfort you. Leap into my bosom.
I'd rather you die.
I feel it's like you're repeating yourself now, Sayaka. You two never change. Is it just us down here, though? Where are Kibiki and Sachiko? And Taguchi. Eek! Huh? Where? Taguchi, his back bearing the print of my shoe, wheezily raised himself from the ground. He must have collapsed and been forgotten in the darkness the whole time we were talking. Oh yeah, Taguchi was with us too. I forgot about him. Oh, come on! Getting cut down by that sharp tongue first thing after waking is too much, Naho. Ow! What happened to my back?
If Tagachi's here, then... Kibiki! Kibiki must be here somewhere too!
Yet he is not, is he?
I spun around frantically searching for Kibiki, but there didn't seem to be any other places where someone could hide. Kibiki! Mr. Kibiki! I became concerned and called out to him, but received no reply. I couldn't sense his presence either. A momentary rush of undulated fear washed over me. Kibiki! Where are you? God, no. Where did you go? Answer me, please. Now, calm down. But Sayaka, I finally had him back and now he's gone again. It's alright, Naho. Sachiko said he was going to be participating in the quiz, so I'm sure we'll run into him somewhere. Maybe Sachiko just made a mistake when calculating where to send him? We should check the other rooms and see. Regrettably, I think that would be a fool's errand. What do you mean? A peculiar sheet of paper seems to have found its way into my pocket at some point. Oh? Okay, and I believe you could say it's a set of instructions for us. I'm sensing some supernatural energy from it. Indeed, this is no ordinary paper. It is emblazoned with ethereal text stating it's to be read at a specific moment, then noting the moment is now. I see, and if the moment is now, what does it say? Hehe, you want to know? It's about your friend, Mr. Ko. I was about to lose my temper. I could feel all the blood rushing to my head. This teasing was going too far. She had to be taught a lesson. Now, no! If you pull up at her, you'll just be giving her exactly what she wants. I know, but still. It tells me what to do in this situation, too. It says if she wants you to read this, you must charge her 10 times your usual information fee. Not that you'd have any trouble paying me. Aside from the fact that you simply don't have that much money with you here. Aiko, stop! Seriously, I'm getting angry. Well, don't stop on my account. You're always angry every time we meet, so I'm quite used to seeing you that way. You dirty, rotten... Time out! Let's not fight amongst ourselves, people! Niwa. What can I do for you? Mr. Kibiki is a very important person to both Naho and myself. So did you please stop teasing and read us what's written on the paper? Could it perhaps be said then, Mr. Shogo, that you and Naho are rivals who both seek to be the first to take Mr. Ko's hand? Mr. Shogo? Come now. For such a young, cute girl to call a man by his first name like that, you still append a Mr. I'm flattered. This is neither the time nor the place for flirting. And your upper lip has gotten really big, too. Gives me the creeps. Creeps? Oh, Naho. Also, Taguchi, if you're talking young and cute, you must be referring to Sayaka, not to Niwa. You should correct your statement. Your flirtations are genuinely creepy. Forget all this nonsense. Taguchi isn't going to fight me to find Kibiki, so stop being stupid and read the damned note already. My, what a boring response. I want you to writhe in agony a bit more, Naho, to heighten the thrill of the competition. Met with only an intense stare of seething anger and hatred, Aiko shrugged her shoulders very slightly. Oh well, I'll read it. Hurry. Yes. Let's see here. Kibiki is the prize that you're playing for. I've got him for now. Sachiko. That's all it says. He's the prize? What does that mean? What I'm hearing is that whoever wins gets to keep him. I see. Alright then, let's give it the old college try. What's got you in such high spirits all of a sudden, Taguchi? Hey, what the? A monitor? Okay. Oh. Welcome one and all to the underground bomb shelter. I'm going to explain the rules of the game now, so please listen closely, okay? Kibiki, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry, though. When I woke up, I was like this. Not much use after all, am I? Just sit tight. I'll get you out of there. What the hell do you think you're doing, Sachiko? You set him free right now. No way. Didn't you hear, Aiko? Kibiki is your prize for winning my quiz.
He's a person, not an object. If you want a prize giveaway, pick something else, damn it.
I'm going to do this my way. Like I said before, it's my way or the highway. Unless you have some complaint with the way I've chosen to do things. Naho? You shouldn't provoke Sachiko.
You're right. I'm sorry, I just got a little overwhelmed. I totally understand where you're coming from, Naho. Treating Mr. Kibiki as a prize is just unforgivable. Aren't you the one who just said he'd give it the old college try just a moment ago? Erk. So if I'm understanding correctly, whoever scores first place in this quiz wins Mr. Kibiki.
Bzz, not quite. In my way or the highway, Transmom Shelter Ultra Quiz, it's group actions that will net you the key.
What do you mean?
In this quiz, anyone can answer. Your score is shared among all of you.
So the 5 of us are a team then?
You should all get along and try to answer every question together. And if you get enough points, you get the top Kibiki prize. And I'll even throw in something special. As a bonus prize, I'll make sure you all start in the same dimension tomorrow.
What?
Are you saying?
Kibiki, Sayaka, and even Taguchi. We may all be able to reunite with one another tomorrow? What is everybody talking about?
No way. You're serious, right? You're not just messing with us? I'm super duper nice today. So you can believe me, okay? Today is like a big party, after all. So everybody, do the best you can here. I will. We will. For sure. Isn't that right, Naho?
You bet. If the 2 of us can reunite with Kibiki, we'll be able to get out of having the host for sure. And Taguchi? Hello? Makes me a little nervous when you leave me out like that. I really have no idea what you're all talking about, but I'll do anything for Sayaka, so count me in. Yahoo!
Sheesh. Somebody sure is out of the loop.
Probably better that way. There should be no need to involve him in all this. Sachiko, may I ask you something?
Sure, what is it?
What happens if we don't get enough points to win? See, I feel that my presence here means we might all have trouble getting along as a team. You're admitting that on your own? I always try to look at things objectively. You know me well enough to know that it's true, Naho. No?
Good question. If you don't get enough points, then... How about we just say I get to do whatever I want with Kibiki's body?
What?
First thing I'll do is tear off all the hair on his head, strand by strand. And then those traditional clothes have to go, so I'll tear those off too.
Don't you dare! Those 2 things are his identity! His trademarks! If you want to do that to him, then you'll have to go through me first. It's alright, Naho. My hair will grow back, and I can always buy new clothes. There's no need to get upset. It's alright. Kibiki.
There you go. Now leave the program direction up to Aiko. I have my hands full weeping watch over Kibiki after all.
Understood. I just need to follow what's on this paper, correct?
And since the promise about tomorrow doesn't really apply to you and Inumaru, you can take it easy and have fun, too. Anyway, bye-bye!
As abruptly as it appeared, the image of Kibiki disappeared. It felt as though someone dear had been hovering just out of reach, then got snatched away. A shiver ran down my spine.
Naho, everything's going to be okay. We've overcome worse than this before. We'll save him.
Sayaka?
With you and I together, we can't lose, right?
Yeah. Sayaka offered her hand to me, and I grabbed it. Its warmth cut through me instantly, snapping me back to sanity, for the most part. Everything's going to be okay. We can't lose. I repeated Sayaka's words back to myself several times, and just like that, the shaking stopped. I'm okay now. I've calmed down.
I'm glad.
Haha, you 2 are such good friends. But I'm the one who's going steady with Sayaka.
Yes, we've all heard your delusions.
You know, Sayaka, you've really started adopting a lot of Sayanoki's speech patterns lately. So, are you all ready to begin?
There are still a few details I'd like to explain regarding the rules of this quiz. According to this, the number of points required to get the prize, that being, of course, Mr. Ko's freedom, is 427. 427? That's an awfully random number. Evidently, it's Sachiko's favorite number, which is why she chose it as the winning threshold for this game. Because you can pronounce the digits in Japanese as shinina, drop dead, I'd assume? Most likely. Though I'm not certain how many points each quiz question is worth, 427 seems a high enough number that this likely won't be easy. With a prize on the line, it's safe to assume we'll have to work for it. Hehe. If we don't do our very best, Mr. Ko will be subjected to considerable torment, the poor thing. I'm just going to come right out and say this, don't get in our way. You understand? Hehe. Then what would you suggest I do? Okay, cut it out, you two. This is no time for being at each other's throats. We have to save Mr. Kibiki at all costs. And Taguchi, that won't do either. Huh? The one to rescue Kibiki and receive his gratitude will be me. I won't give that honor to anyone else. Seriously? That's what you're worried about? I especially don't want to share that honor with you, Taguchi. But Sayaka, Inumaru, and even Aiko, your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. Oh, of course, I'll always be there for you, Naho. And I'll always be there for Sayaka, which ultimately means I'll be there for you too, Sayanoki. Thank you, both of you. As for me, I'm not sure what to say. I don't like doing things for others without compensation, but it would be fun to have you owe me a debt of gratitude. Well, if you do actually help out, it would be appreciated. Huh? No, what about me? Of the members of Mass Tier, you are the only one with absolutely zero spiritual aptitude. To be frank, you are the least reliable person on the team. That's so mean, Naho! There must be something even I can do to help. And just what might that be? You're just a cameraman, and this is an otherworldly school governed by evil spirits. You do the math. I don't really feel any inclination to seek your assistance with anything whatsoever. Huh? To put it bluntly, you are dispensable. Okay, just stop right there. If you say anything more, you're seriously going to destroy my self-confidence. I'd seriously like to. Let it crumble and fall. Please, don't say that with such a straight face. I mean, if the shoe fits. Somehow seeing Taguchi's face in utter shock makes me feel refreshed. Why do I get the feeling you're thinking unkind thoughts about me right now? Okay. Okay, then. Call off your dogs or dig in your heels. Which would give us a bad end? This would? Let's just get them as we go. I'd assume this would. All the standard bitterness I feel toward Taguchi on a daily basis is really built up inside me. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me emptying it out. Aho? Your silence is kind of scaring me. I was just trying to put into words how little you mean to me. As far as I'm concerned, your existence is beneath that of a gnat. No, I thought he drew a gun. Yes, there it is. The sudden blast of endorphins in my brain. It's like a vice has been lifted from my heart. Hi. This might be like a wrong end in a frickin' your turn to die type thing. Like, you do it 3 times, you get a wrong end. Any less, you're fine. So, dig your heels in even deeper. I can't help it. I haven't done enough. I need more. Honestly, whenever Kibiki and I finally manage to get some alone time, you always interrupt. It's awful. What? What do you mean? Walnut saboret, green tea wheat flour wrap, caramel bracken starch dumpling. Those are some of the snacks you bought for me. You and Mr. Kibiki eat during visits, aren't they? Yeah, and you have an unfortunate habit of sticking around to eat them. Particularly at times when I'm trying to enjoy some alone time with Kibiki. Every single time, without fail, you interrupt my private time with him. It's the worst. Do you have a grudge against me? Is that why you do it? Whoa, whoa! That was never my intent. No excuses. I don't want to hear them. Ape! Naho, are you okay? You're being considerably more abusive than usual.
Yep, it's gonna be this type of thing, ain't it? I want you to promise me that from here on out, you won't get anywhere near Kibiki again. That's preposterous! You may not think much of me, but I'm Mr. Kibiki's assistant, his cameraman. He needs me for his work. I don't care what your reasons are. I just want you to say okay and mean it, and then I'll leave you be. Oh. You know, even from the very start, when you would just drop by Kibiki's in my house uninvited all the time, I've never liked you. What's happening to me? I can't seem to stop. Yup, there we go. Uh-oh. I won't allow you to get near him anymore. I'm the only person permitted to be by his side. Huh? Now, what's happening to you? Your body is turning black. Oh, friggin' darkening? Great. Is this the darkening? How would he know what that is? Kibiki, my dear sweet Kibiki, I will rescue you myself. No, what's happening to you? Shut your goddamn mouth. A useless cameraman like you should just rot and decay where you stand. Well, okay, Taguchi, your face. What's the matter with you, Nahao? You're really going too far now. Sainoki, you need to come to your senses. You shut your mouth too. Nobody gives me orders. No! Shut up, shut up, shut up! Her words aren't getting through to her. No, why? Naho's been consumed by some rather powerful negative emotions. This too must be an effect of having the host curse. How fascinating. That can't be though. For Naho to succumb to a curse, it's not, it can't be. I mean, that's how she dies. But still. No. Silence, pig dog. Ah! The mere idea of an unsightly and unseemly manservant such as you getting anywhere near Kibiki is patently absurd. It's unforgivable. No. Just your breathing alone pollutes the air, so speaking my name is the gravest offense I can imagine. You are human garbage. Your acknowledgement dirties me. Great job. Great. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. This is great. Of fucking course. Yes, amazing. Goddamn masochistic Taguchi, exactly. Yup, yay, great, fun, woohoo, yay, great, amazing, great. Ah, this is amazing. I've never received such harsh verbal abuse in my entire life. Silence, you worthless sack of shit. Just do what I say when I say it, like the manservant you are. Yes, mistress. What? My. Wow, Taguchi, I had no idea you were into that. Oh, Naho, this is the best. Tell me more about how worthless I am. Please, my eyes are open now to the possibilities. Seems you finally learned your lot in life. I have. Oh, I have. I'm your humble manservant, through and through. Please allow me to call you. No, make me call you mistress from here on out. I humbly beg of you. Mistress Naho. Mistress Naho. What did I say about addressing me so casually? You will kneel before me and beg forgiveness for this transgression, you maggot. This is going on for fucking forever. Yes, mistress. I beg your most gracious forgiveness, mistress. I'm so glad we've reached an understanding. Now, pull yourself together. Don't venture into that world. Naho's newly awakened sadistic streak, and cool. Why is there a star in there? Fucking hell. Yay. Okay. Well, let's just go back to beforehand. And this time, not mess with Taguchi. Let's leave him be. Let's let him just live. Alright, call off your dogs. I think I've said enough for now, though. You have? Well, I'm sorry to say that's the incorrect answer. Huh? Oh, what? Excuse me? I stared at Aiko with a quizzical expression, uncertain at what she meant. The other three followed suit. Her statement was just such a non sequitur. It really raised some red flags. I said that was the wrong answer, Naho.
Didn't you notice? What you just saw a moment ago was a multiple choice selector for the quiz. You were asked what to do in relation to Mr. Shogo, no? Call off your dogs or dig in your heels, I believe it was. Those were the choices I envisioned in my mind, yes. But in order to function as a quiz, aren't there usually quiz questions? No questions means no quiz. I failed to see how that could possibly have counted. Ah, but you're using common sense. And there's simply no place for that here. Besides which, if you truly thought Sachiko would give you an ordinary, easily understood quiz, then you're simply naive. Now, does have a point, though. This little trick feels pretty unfair. No, Sayaka, Aiko's exactly right. I was being naive. We're all going to have to choose our answers more carefully from here on out. Now how? As long as you understand. But why was the answer wrong? If I'm understanding correctly, Naho selected call off your dogs, right? Right, which means dig in your heels was the proper response. But why? I'm afraid that part's not written in the instructions. Perhaps Mr. Shogo can offer an explanation? All eyes were on Tagachi now, and I could perceive a faint blushing from him as he nervously considered what to say. Well, you see, it's like... It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I don't really dislike it when Naho is verbally abusive toward me. What? So I was kind of thinking, it sure would be nice if she would attack me some more. Which might be the reason that was the correct answer. Wow, I think I threw up in my mouth a little. Tagachi, in all seriousness, can you never ever speak to me again for as long as either of us lives? Yes, that's the stuff. A look of utter contempt. As if I'm little more than a cockroach. It's just so very pretty on you. Yes, yup, great. This is exactly what I wanted. Yup, great. Woohoo, yay, woohoo. Woo, yeah, great, yay, woohoo. Ugh. What? Did you just slink away from me? But you're a man, same as I. I thought for sure you'd be sympathetic. No, I'm afraid I don't get it at all. Now, that can't be. Try to imagine Sayaka looking at you in such a manner. Doesn't it make your heart flutter? My angel would never look at me in such a way. How are you saying? Are your eyes just empty knotholes or something? There we go, Sayaka, you must understand what I'm saying, right? When Naho acts all cold to you, you get all melty and swelty and panty, don't you? My angel would never act so cold to me. Wow, that was sure a sudden shift. I'm very sorry, but I will never ever be able to understand your point of view here, Tagachi. Truly, I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, sure, that's fair. It's weird, though. When you say that so politely, it makes the wounds cut exponentially deeper. Now he's actually upset, great. The quiz has only just begun, and Mr. Shogo's fetish that no one wanted to know is already laid bare for all to see. This promises to be quite the game. I don't think anyone else here sees it that way. Regardless, okay. I got the answer wrong, so what does that mean exactly? Ah, yes. For getting the first question wrong, your score is to be deducted by 50 points. 50 points? That's quite a harsh penalty. So we're suddenly 50 points in the red? Is it even possible for us to reach 427 points now? I totally understand your concern. But this is only the first question after all. I'm certain we'll be able to turn this around. Exactly. This game can't be so difficult that missing a single answer destroys all hopes of winning, right? Well, when you have 2 question quizzes in college classes and you get one wrong, you get a 50. Well, actually, I got a C, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sachiko is in good spirits today, after all. You're right. I need to keep an open mind and just keep moving forward. I'd been feeling off my game until just moments before, but then Sayaka stepped in and gave me a pep talk. And it genuinely felt like she'd saved me from the brink. Seems that was the only surprise question. You're all clear from here on out. Seriously? Indeed. The rest of this quiz consists of questions scattered around down here in this bomb shelter. Once found, we try to answer them as a group. Which means we're going to be getting actual questions from this point forth, right? Sounds that way, which is pretty fortunate for us. Shall we begin searching for the next question then? We can start in this room. No, since there's nothing else hidden in this room, I suggest we venture to another area. Fine by me, let's go. Alright,
And how about you leave that part to me? Excuse me? I want to prove to you, Naho, that I'm not useless. I'm going to find the most quiz questions out of anybody here. Wait, Taguchi? Now, which way to go? No time to mull. I'll start my attack from the right. Footsteps? Who's there? Could it be Mr. Kibiki? Mr. Kibiki, where are you? Mr. Kibiki! And it's just Yoshikazu like, hey, what's up? Taguchi, what happened? There's someone else nearby. Thought maybe it was Mr. Kibiki. Kibiki? Oh, game deselected itself. Mr. Kibiki, can you hear us? Sayaka called out clearly and sharply, but there was no response. Where is that coming from? It's so dark in here, it's hard to tell. Kibiki! We paced up and down the halls, our eyes getting ever so slightly more attuned to the low light as we went, but our cries were met with only silence. That's so strange. Hang on a sec, I'm going to check over that way. Okay. Taguchi, behind you! Watch out! Take cover! Inumaru and I yelled at approximately the same time, and we both produced talismans. But before we had a chance to use any of them, the hammer had already started to come down. We're not going to make it! Huh? What? What the? It doesn't hurt? Ah! Save me! Help! Rah! What? Rah! What the? Rah! Hey, what's the meaning of... What's happening here? Don't know. That's a squeaky hammer. What happened to his regular one? It's a regular hammer? Yeah, needs to become a real old hand at using it. Oh, I see. That's most unfortunate. I would have loved to see that. It must surely be a spirit item bearing tremendous hatred and sorrow. I think it's just a regular old hammer. I don't think there's any lore to Yoshikazu's hammer. Ah! 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 That's not the sound of a squeaky hammer. Yeah! What the hell is going on? I believe he's angry because he went against the group. Huh? Remember what Sachiko said? It's group actions that will net you the key. So we mustn't split up like that. Those who defy the rules will be attacked by this beast just as you have been. Wah! Oh, okay, I got it. I swear, I won't go off on my own again. Promise. As Taguchi heard, he picked himself back up and began running back toward us. Yoshikazu Yanagihori finally stopped swinging his squeaky hammer. And then, without a word, he walked away. Man, that was so scary. I was a coward. Sayaka, are you okay? Yeah. Should your feet get too tired, I'd be happy to carry you in my arms like a princess, Sayaka. May it never ever come to that. But whoa, that was definitely scary. You certainly did recover quickly, Sayaka. But don't allow yourself to get hurt simply because you might be embarrassed. My bosom exists solely to support thee, milady. Inumaru, you're always so positive. Truly. He acts like a stalker, yet somehow makes it endearing. I didn't really mean that. Him being a stalker is at least better than what you are, Taguchi. Maybe so. Taguchi slumped his back dejectedly and somewhat triumphantly. Meanwhile, I was staring in the direction where Yoshikazu had vanished. Either way, squeaky hammer or no, I'd rather not run into that man again. Oh, same. That monster is bad for my heart. That means we have to try to avoid doing anything that's against the rules, no matter what. So no more solo excursions. Taguchi, is that understood? My deepest regrets. Shall we get going, then? Looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything of note hidden here. I agree. Where to next? I was more asking that of myself than of the group. But Aiko seemed to think that I was talking to her, and she confidently responded by pointing left. Down the left corridor? I fucked up that voice.
Down the left corridor, there seems to be a faint light in the distance, doesn't there? So I vote we head that way.
Really? I was thinking right.
Why?
No real reason.
No real reason? I'm not certain I can recommend we follow a path arrived at for no real reason.
But I'm much more familiar with this place than you are, Aiko. I've wandered up and down these halls, and I can think of a few places that would be suitable for hiding quiz questions.
Oh, did you not know, Sayaka? Today, Sachiko has used her power to twist and distort these spaces.
What?
As such, the bomb shelter you wandered through cannot be thought of as the same place as the spot we now wander ourselves. Meaning your memories are completely unreliable here. Surely you must have noticed, no?
That certainly threw a monkey wrench into the works. Aiko flashed a provocative smile while Sayaka widened her eyes. Still, I think this is the way we should go.
Do you really? Or are you perhaps simply being stubborn?
Of course not.
We'll take a vote then. Shall we proceed down the faintly lit left-hand path, as I wish, or the darkened right-hand path, as Sayaka wishes? I am always with you, Sayaka, so the right-hand path gets my vote. I'll throw my hat in with Niwa on this one. A little bit of light sounds really good right about now. It probably means that Yoshikazu guy won't be there. Was it really that scary being thwacked with a squeaky hammer? No, it's just, 2 versus 2. Naho, you're the tiebreaker. Which way do we go? Let's see here.
Okay, let's save then. No, don't overwrite that one. I guess. Okay. Let's go... Right's on top, so we'll go right.
Okay, I say we go right. Oh my, why is that? Well, I don't really care which way we go, so it all comes down to who's making the suggestion, and no offense, but I'll pick Sayaka over you every time. I see.
Yay! Thank you, Naho, I love you!
Come on, Sayaka, you shouldn't just suddenly glomp people like that. What the fuck does glomp mean?
But, I mean,
I suppose this is what one would call beautiful friendship, no? However, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that's incorrect.
Again?
Huh? Truly, I'm sorry, but this too was part of the quiz. What? The way Sayaka was about to lead us is incorrect. Here, listen very carefully.
As she said this, Aiko scooped up a rock from the earthen floor and tossed it down the right-hand corridor.
You couldn't tell because of how dark it is, could you? Just a short way down the path to the right, a massive hole blocks the entire corridor. It'd be very easy to accidentally fall in.
No way!
It's true, you heard, did you not? The sound of the rock falling? So that's another wrong answer for Naho and another 50 points lost. That's not fair! So before we've even knowingly begun, we're already at minus 100. What do we do now?
Sorry, Naho, if it weren't for my stubbornness.
Sayaka?
But I'm really happy about what you said. That you'll pick my suggestion over Aiko's every time. If I were in your position, Naho, I'd pick yours every time too.
Of course. We share a lover's bond after all.
We sure do.
All I had to do was look at Sayaka's smile, and the hint of resentment I was feeling toward her completely vanished. Thinking about it, that smile had saved me from myself more times than I could count. If it were just the two of us there, I would have no doubt reverted to kitty mode and started purring. My, is this what a bond of true friendship looks like? Unbreakable by petty disagreements? How unfortunate. I was so looking forward to seeing this explode into something altogether more interesting. How about you stop trying to stir up trouble? Anyway, if I'd gotten the answer correct, how many points would we have earned? 10. If all we got is 10 points for a correct answer, how are we ever supposed to reach 427? Yeah, that's actually a really good question.
Another good question is it fair to count that as a quiz question? Since you told us there wouldn't be any more trick questions? I call shenanigans.
I'm terribly sorry, that was a lie.
What?
But now, there really won't be any more trick questions from the looks of it.
Is that also a lie?
Oh, you wound me. It's true, of course.
Naho, I can't tell if Aiko is telling the truth or not. Help me out here.
You're probably better off never believing a word she says. Well, that's a rather rude thing to say. Hehe.
Nah. Just don't interact with her any more than you have to. Come on, Sayaka, let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's.
Taguchi, you take the lead, okay? What? Why? In case there are traps, of course. That was far too predictable an answer. But you know what? Fine. I am the only responsible adult here, after all. So I'm happy to take point and keep you all nice and safe. Come, let us sally forth. Ah!
A pitfall?
Looks that way. Never thought he'd fall into a trap on literally his very first step, though.
No, poor Taguchi.
Oh my. Has the death occurred already? What happened exactly? Crushed under a massive weight? Skewer alive, perhaps? Don't kill a person off before he's down!
Oh, wow, he didn't fall.
Taguchi, we will not allow your sacrifice to be in vain. You too, Itamaru. But whatever, just pull me up, please. There are bamboo spears lining the floor down here. You want me to get impaled? If I fall, I'm dead! So please save me! Well, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see someone get impaled, Mr. Shogo. Do you not feel the urge to let go even the slightest bit? Don't say such horrifying things! Of course I don't! Itamaru, come on! Give me your hand, please! Alright. Here, grab on. Oh, thanks. I owe you my life. Alley-oop. I am okay. Honestly, always causing trouble.
What's important here is you weren't injured.
Yeah, and also I realized something. I can hardly wait. The person who went to all that trouble to dig this hole, and all that trouble to fill it with deadly spears, is Sachiko. And how darling is that, right? Oh, Mr. Shogo, you're just getting more and more unfortunate by the minute. Besides which, I'd say there's a good 80 or 90% chance Yoshikazu planted that trap on Sachiko's orders. You're seriously skeeving me out, Taguchi. I'm just saying. Sorry. Alright, can we just ignore this insignificant insect and continue onward already? Insect?
We really should. We still haven't come across even one single proper quiz question.
We need to pick up the pace. Oh, I do hope there's no time limit. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Don't leave me behind, please. Okay. The dissection room. Blood. Ugh. After wandering through an extremely complex network of corridors, we finally arrived at a room that positively reeked of blood, triggering my gag reflex. Oh, we're in Inumaru's perspective now, okay. What an awful room. Could there really be quiz questions in a place like this? I don't know. But the letter said there were no quiz questions hidden in the hallways, so all we can do is search rooms as we find them, no? Not willingly, but yes, that is our only option. Oh, but why so unwilling when we found ourselves such a spectacular room? Does this seriously look spectacular to you, Niwa? Oh, it does. I can sense an extremely deep grudge embedded within these walls. Countless pitiful lambs lost their lives here. I can almost hear their screams of agony still.
Yeah, like Nana.
Sicko?
Yeah.
Sayaka, did you make it this far when you were here?
Yeah.
I see.
While Sayaka and Sayanoki were busy talking, I very carefully began looking around the room. Deep-seated grudges were definitely everywhere to be found, but fortunately for us, there didn't seem to be any evil spirits in attendance.
There doesn't seem to be any immediate danger here. No, there doesn't. Then shall we search for quiz questions to our heart's content?
In response to Niwa's piercing voice, everyone nodded in turn. And so our search began. Myself, I decided to start by searching...
Motherfucker, this game's so stupid.
Okay, well, I think... in that case... I'm going to end this episode here. I know I always end these episodes in very random spots, but it's like, hey... yeah, you're right, I do. So, whatever, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date
on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!